A follow-up to a News 4 investigation we have followed for months. An accused murderer's defense team has now filed to have their client's charges thrown out. This is in connection to the murders of a father and his daughter. In 2021, Darian Rankin Fleming and his 7-year-old daughter, Demaya, were sitting in their car in the Central West End when police say 2 people shot through an open door, killing them. Defense attorneys for the suspects, Andre Anderson and Javon Nettles, are claiming prosecutor misconduct after charges have been dropped and refiled in the last 2 years. Prosecutors are also accused of not giving all the evidence to the defense. The family of the victims say they don't want to be caught up in politics. They simply want justice.
There's so much going on with the situation with Miss Gardner. People have issues with her and issues. That's not our fight. We're not fighting for Kim. We're not fighting for the police department. We're fighting for Darian and Demaya. I want you to put yourself in our shoes. I want you to fight for us like this is your son and your granddaughter. That's what I want you to do, is to treat this case personal.
Defense lawyers claim their clients have a right to a speedy trial. By filing, then dropping and refiling the case, they feel their clients' pretrial rights have been infringed upon. Both men are being held without bond.